Sox, bottom of the third right now. They're wrapping this series with an afternooner, 5-2. Cold bats last night, boy.
Yeah.
8-0. They couldn't get anything working against Boston last night, but that is a rare misstep lately for the Guardians.
Yep. Jose Ramirez hit a grand slam in the bottom of the second, I think.
Oh, yeah?
So that's why we're up, and they scored a run in the first. So
in this game.
Yeah, in this game. We're doing much better. Last night is
8-0.
But I was fine. You know, it happens. And also the Celtics lost. So that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
The Boston Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Guardians over the Red Sox currently, 5-2, bottom of the third, and then the Guardians will hit the road. They'll start up against the Braves tomorrow. They'll play the Astros down there in Houston. And the Cavs are back to it tonight. Game 3 in that series against the Magic starts up in Orlando tonight, the Kia Center, at 7 o'clock. You'll hear that on the Buzzard and also on the iHeartRadio app. Somebody texted me, do you know who Bob Cole is? I do know how, you guys might not know, but Bob Cole died last night. Bob Cole was the guy
who invented Cole's Cash?
No, this is C-O-L-E. He's the guy that invented the slaw.
Got it.
Yeah. I don't know who invented Cole's Cash. Oh, I do remember. No. Bob Cash invented Cole's Cash. But Bob Cole, the guy who invented the slaw and was the voice of hockey in Canada for almost 60 years. This guy retired only a few years ago. He died last night. But our Canadian bureau chiefs know who he is. He called every major. He was calling Olympic hockey games. He was calling playoff games. He was the voice of hockey in Canada across the entire country. We used to hear him. We had a guy, the longtime announcer for the Chicago Blackhawks, a guy named Pat Foley. And we would hear him. We would listen to Hawks games, and he would refer to Bob Cole sometimes. And sometimes, when the weather was just right, we could hear Toronto AM radio at night. We'd hear CHUM, and you'd hear Bob Cole. Oh, baby! You know, one of these guys. But that guy was synonymous with hockey on the radio up there in Canada. And he had been doing it for 50-plus years. I was talking about this earlier in the week. That's the way you have a super long career in broadcasting is it's got to be sports. Because sports is completely agnostic, right? All you have to do is talk about the game. You got to know some stats. You know, you're not throwing in once in a while you're going to get something like that dude with the Cincinnati Reds who gets caught on a hot mic, making slurs against people. But all you got to do is keep it on the straight and narrow, man, and you can do that job till you die. I probably can't do this until I die because you get to a point where you're like, I don't care anymore. But hockey or sports or whatever, these guys, they hang up their cans, as we call them in the business, and then they just walk away. But Bob Cole, for the people who listen to this program on the app in Canada, is a big, big, big deal. Like the you could liken him to like the Joe Tate of hockey, right?
Oh,
he was like a
Joe
big,
Tate.
big deal. Who was the longest serving sports broadcaster in Cleveland?
I think
Joe Tate?
I think it was Joe Tate.
There you go.
Long time.
Pittsburgh
And
had Myron
fantastic.
Cope, and Chicago had Harry Carey, and Canada had Bob Cole on the hockey end, at least. We're not getting cicadas here in Ohio. If you look at the map, for all of the comments and news pieces you might see on cicadas, I don't think we get them in Ohio. They're very noisy everywhere else. They're making a big deal about how there's allegedly going to be trillions of them, and because there are two distinct broods that are emerging at the same time: the 13-year brood and the 17-year brood. Obviously, they're usually on different cycles, but they have merged this time, and so places like South Carolina and Kentucky, places farther south and west of us, I think are hot spots for the cicadas. And even with all of those news stories and people going on and on about the cicadas, somehow that information has gone right past some people, and all these people are calling 911 and trying to figure out what's going on. And so all of these local municipalities are having to put out these stories like, hey, please do not call 911 because of these weird noises you hear. It's cicadas. The things that we've been telling you about for about a year now, that's what those are.
But why 911?
Because people call 911 when their hamburger is undercooked. It's
I never understood
It's
that.
an emergency line, but people just go, this is an emergency to me.
All right,
They didn't give me hot sauce.
To play idiot's advocate, if you're hearing a scary sound, who else are you going to call? The Ghostbusters aren't real.
But why do you have to call anybody?
Because it's...
Is it threatening?
It's out of
It's not
the
a
norm.
gunshot. It's not a human voice.
It's not an explosion.
Right, but
Right.
what if it's...
Every news story
Right,
is like
and-
cicadas are coming.
And here's the thing. Now aliens know if we just make it sound like we're cicadas, then law enforcement's just going to be like,
And what is
no big
911
deal.
going to do against an alien?
One of those guys is going to do a good job.
No.
The way if it's anything like in the movies, one of those guys is going to figure out how to pour water on them or whatever
Yeah.
their weakness is.
Neighborhood Watch with Ben Stiller.
I never saw that one.
Oh,
How'd
you're
it go?
lucky.
How'd it go? How'd he do it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Yes, you please.
No,
I'm never going
I'm
to
not
watch
going
it.
to tell you.
I'm never going to watch this
Not going to
movie.
tell you. Nope. They sicked Vince Vaughn on him. He's so tall.
Mm.
They sound like a buzzing and like a clicking noise.
Like during the day, it just sounds like a high-pitched humming, but at night, it sounds like a jungle.
Exceptionally loud right now. They were out pretty good in our neighborhood.
Yeah, that's very clearly a bug noise. You know, I'm sure it's annoying and loud, but you know.
Well, get the cops out there to shoot those bugs.
We'll be right out, ma'am. Let me see. 911, what's your emergency?
Hey, there's bugs everywhere. It's loud. Can't sleep hardly. I'd like you to come out here and shoot them, please.
All right, let me see if I got a deputy on site who can come out and do something about it.
All right.
Can you describe the bug?
I just hear them. They're just loud.
You just hear them and they're loud.
Yeah, it sounds like wee, wee, wee. I can't really do it good.
I'm going to need you to pretend.
All right, let me try again.
Yeah.
Wee, 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 wee.
Did
You
I
shot
get
at
'em?
me?
Did
No, you shot at me through the phone.
Did I get him that time? Did I get him? I'm outside your house, sir.
I appreciate it, but don't shoot at my house, please.
Is that him? Did I
All
get
right.
him?
Now somebody...
Elliot, are you on the phone again?
Yeah, I'm talking. I'm
try-
talking to the cops about them bugs out
noise.
there.
That noise hasn't stopped yet.
I know. We're trying to shoot them.
Are they going to come?
Listen, you just get back to it in that kitchen with them no shoes on and have that baby.
Sir,
Billy, I said that Mamaw can't handle the stress.
Listen, Mamaw can handle the stress. She had to deal with Peepaw all them years, and he was one stressful son of a gun. So if she can deal with Peepaw, she can deal with some bugs and some gunshots. That's what I'm telling you.
Sir, it sounds like you got things under control
Hey,
there.
hey, will you wait your turn, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You tell that man I pay his salary with my taxes.
You haven't paid a tax since you worked at McDonald's in 1997, and you got fired because you kept taking poops in the ice cream machine because you thought it was a good prank. And it
Ma'am,
was.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm gonna have to come over there and pick you up for that. So
You
just
leave him out of this. I did that because Jesus told me.
you ain't paid taxes in 1997. Oh boy. Yeah, so they're
She's unemployable.
asking people not to call 911. They are big, gross bugs, though, boy. Just awful.
Then just eat 'em.
terrible. Huh?
Eat it. You like eating bugs now.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Eat your cicadas.
Yup. Give me some A1 or something, or some.
No.
Give me some horseradish. I'll get right to it.
Buzzing and like a clicking noise.
Like during the day, it just sounds like a high-pitched humming, but at night, it sounds like a jungle.
Exceptionally loud right now. They were out pretty good in our neighborhood, and I thought it was a weed eater running, and then I realized it was not. It was the cicadas.
Sheriff Lee Foster in Newberry County says his deputies have been receiving some noise complaints recently for these big red-eyed insects that only come out every decade.
But now we're getting calls about the noise. Some people think it might be some kind of industrial machine running. Some people think it's a siren. Well, we just tell them it's nature. It's not. It doesn't fall under the noise ordinance. When they first started hatching, our dog started rooting around in the dirt, and we noticed that she was eating something. And I didn't think anything of it. And then the next morning, I came out, and our front porch was covered with the actual cicada.
The types of cicadas sheriff
things move a little slower down here in South Carolina. I like how the sheriff thought that it was an industrial noise. Not even what's going on in this town, where all people have been talking about, especially in a place where the cicadas were actually gonna be. All people have been talking about now. For 6 or 7.
Move a little slower down here. We just hadn't got word that it was them cicadas.
Well, they told me the cicadas were coming, and I didn't know what they meant. They said that they come out every 10 years.
You can hear them
like my grandson. He's always changing the color of his hair or something. Waiting for him to come out another 10 years. Lee Foster down there in Newberry County. We got a lot of people listening in South Carolina.
They're nice. They're harmless.
And I wonder if any of them called 911. They've been imploring people, hey. And they're probably not too mean to him down there either. They're probably like, all right, I know who this is. This is losing me. Go back inside. I'll come over and see if I got one. They're all over the lawn. Send your dog out. Yeah, I saw my dog eating cicadas, and I hoped that nothing was wrong, but I wasn't quite sure. I'll tell you what. That's when you got to get that robot flamethrower dog out there. You got a real dog eating them cicadas. You get out there when they all hatch up, and you get that robot flamethrower, the Terminator. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Terminator. It's a cool $9,200, and you can. It's a flamethrower, legal in 48 states. Just burn your whole lawn of them cicadas. People tell me we do get cicadas in Ohio. I would imagine that's probably very, very southern Ohio. Yes.
No, we do, but we're just not getting this batch of them.
Oh, I see.
Like different years. Like there's
well, that's what I mean.
17-year cicadas.
We're not seeing these cicadas.
This is in our party.
Yeah.
Because I remember playing football in like middle school, and there were cicadas all over the field, and we were running, and like you'd hear them crunch under your feet as you run down the field. Gross.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Hey, get out here and sweep them cicadas, will you? I was involved in a hit and run at McDonald's, somebody says, and when I called, I said it was at McDonald's, and you could audibly hear the 911 operator sigh. And then I explained it was a hit and run and not my missing or overcooked hamburger. I'm at McDonald's. They're like, God damn it, I just got hit. Oh, good. Oh, okay. Let me,
yay.
Thank God. Oh, what, are you okay? You have like limbs hanging off, or let me just get all your information here. So it's not an overcooked hamburger. Nope. I think I have severe neck trauma. Oh, good. Oh, thank God. Oh, it's the best news I've heard all day. I got money here, $1,000 for you to, you have to tell me what you can do with it. Save it, spend it, whatever. It's a grand from the Buzzard Bookie. Listen closely and good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Win. That's win. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Alan, are you going to go to Naked Bowling? Yeah, I don't know if they do naked bowling in Cleveland. I know there's a bowling alley near us that's been open for a long, long time, and it's getting closed or bought out or something. But I don't know that they do naked bowling there. But they're bringing back a naked bowling outside Pittsburgh in a neighborhood that I used to live in, actually. And there's a bowling alley there. And I'm always fascinated by people. You know, I've done a broadcast. Early in my career, I did a broadcast at a nudist colony because I was trying to get some attention. I was new in the market, and so I'm out there in my birthday suit doing a live show. But I'm always fascinated by people who feel compelled to be naked around other people. And they'll give you all manner of explanation. Well, it's freeing, it's liberating, and that obviously goes without saying. You are literally liberated from your clothes. But to do, people just really enjoy doing everyday mundane activities, but in the nude. And it's fascinating to me. There's not, because if you even looked askance at someone with like a horny look in your eye or anything, that's very much frowned upon. So there's no sexual component whatsoever. It's people who want to be naked. And I don't have to tell you, these are people who you don't want to see naked. Those are the people most likely to be at like nudist colonies and things like that. They have been bound for too long. by non-breathable fabrics. And so they're doing a bowling alley I used to live by in Pittsburgh that is bringing back their naked bowling. I think it's this weekend, as a matter of fact.
Do they have to get different permits for that? Like register it as like a strip club or something?
I don't know about that. They probably
just close for a private event.
Yeah,
or
tell
something.
people, hey, if you got clothes on, you can't come in.
But you can just be naked in public? That's what I'm saying.
Well, you're
Is
not
that,
outside. You're in an establishment, and if it's cool with them, yeah, you can probably do whatever you want to do inside.
So if I went to a bar and took my shirt off and no one had a problem with it, I can't get in trouble for
Well,
that.
no, because it wouldn't be a special event, right?
I don't know.
I mean, this is the establishment doing a special event.
Alan, anytime I pull my breasts out, it is a special event.
Oh, I assume it's a showstopper. I assume. Yeah. Well, you know what you should do is you should try that. You should go somewhere, maybe later on today. Do you have shows tonight?
I don't. Tonight
Don't.
I have
Okay.
off.
Go across the street there, somewhere. Find a nearby bar or restaurant
Times
there
Square.
in Midtown, and just go inside, order something, and then when they bring it, take your shirt off.
The Applebee's, Times
We
Square.
are going to Applebee's tonight. My roommate and I planned an Applebee's date.
Right in Times
There you
Square?
go. Both of you take your shirt off.
Do they still do the bees after 10 o'clock? Is that still a thing?
No, we both wanted some crappy food, and we were like, you know what? There's an Applebee's about 10 minutes from where we live, so neither of us had shows tonight. We're going to go there, so maybe we will turn it into the bees, the bee cups. Am I right?
Yeah, all right.
Hey.
B's, C's, and D's.
Wow. The Crapplebees tonight with Mare and her
Yeah.
friend. All right.
Uh-huh.
Like that Walker Hayes song where he just reads the menu?
Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do.
That'll be fun. Applebee's. God, I couldn't tell you the last time I was in an Applebee's.
It's been a while, but
Oh, wonton tacos are so good.
Is that true? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They're like these crispy little wonton shells, and then they have like chicken and, pico and coleslaw or like shredded lettuce or something in them, and then like an Asian sauce. They're so good, dude.
Well, here's what I think you need to do. I mean, this one, fine, let it go last minute maybe. But now that you're in New York, you need to find a mom and pop that makes crappy food, Mary.
I don't think.
And
that they do.
then patronize that establishment.
I will say, since I've come here, I have not eaten fast food in the city yet. I have not had McDonald's, Taco Bell. I have had no fast food, and this is also the first chain restaurant I'll be going to since I have moved to New York City. I'm like really trying to go out.
That
of
was
my
a
way.
big decision to make, and you chose Applebee's.
Well, yeah, I did.
she wants those wonton tacos.
We want wonton tacos and a sampler platter, man.
Mhm.
Just like sometimes you need it.
I was always partial to their riblets.
I don't like ribs.
You don't like ribs, but I always like the riblets. But I
Well,
always
are they literally tiny ribs?
They're just little ribs, riblets.
That's what I meant. Yeah,
Mhm.
riblets. Because regular ribs are too big.
Mhm.
Are they boneless?
No, they got like a little tiny flat part of the bone. It's just it's like I don't know. It's a part of the meat. I don't know how to explain them.
I don't know if they're
Well, if
actual
you
meat.
don't know how to explain it, how are they going to explain it?
Hey, the riblets. They bring them out. They're covered in barbecue sauce. They're pretty good. Meat's tender.
All right. I believe
They
you.
used
What
to
do you
be
say?
Pretty affordable. Haven't been there in
Riblets
forever.
plate. Now, do you get the plate or the platter?
Plate or platter. I'd probably usually go platter, I think. I don't
Okay.
remember.
Well, the platter, it's bigger, and I think it just has a little ramekin of coleslaw in it. Applebee's riblets platter and Applebee's riblets plate. All right, but you're not getting either of those, Mary.
No.
You're getting
I'm
the
gonna
wonton
get
tacos.
The wonton tacos, and then probably the sampler platter, which is like mozzarella sticks, buffalo boneless wings.
Wow. So you guys are going all in.
We are. We've
Oof.
both been pretty good with food for the last few weeks.
Yep.
And we had a hankering the other
treat
night.
Time to ruin it.
Yeah, we had a hankering the other night, Monday or Tuesday. We were both sitting there, and I had just started cooking. And she was like, dude, there's an Applebee's up the street. I was like, man, I got meat in the skillet.
You're like,
I
I'm feeling
can't."
homesick. We should go to Applebee's.
Well, that's actually almost exactly how the conversation went. And I was like, dude, I'm already cooking. I was like, can we? I don't have shows Thursday if you want to go Thursday night. So we had this planned a couple days ago.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah, so we're going to eat some crappy food tonight. It's going to be good.
Chicken wonton tacos.
They're so good. They're my favorite thing on the menu.
Okay. And Bill gets the riblets platter.
They're not that bad
Pitter
for
patter,
you.
let's get at her. What?
I don't think they're that bad for you. Like the little wonton shell is probably the worst thing in there.
600 calories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you get 4 of them for 600 calories.
That's
So
what the
each
plate says.
one-
And
yeah.
1/4 slice of lime.
Interesting.
So you better dole that out over those 4 tacos.
Yeah.
But then you get, so there's a whole lot. Then you get the other platter with like the mozzarella sticks and stuff.
That's like 4,800 calories or something.
Right.
Like that.
Well, I was
That
gonna say,
one's a lot.
so it's like a lot of kind of like carnival food, kind of.
I mean, no, it's your average bar food. It's mozzarella sticks, buffalo boneless wings, I think maybe spinach dip, and don't tell me. There's one more thing.
They serve breadsticks with Alfredo sauce.
For dipping, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not for drinking.
My dad used to drink Alfredo sauce.
The classic combo, is that what you guys look at?
Yeah.
With the chips and the taco. It looks like there's,
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. 2,200 calories in that one.
Divided by 2, though.
Divided by 2. There's no way to
If
know
it-
what
if it
that
goes
is per
evenly.
person, but
Right.
Is it going to be even?
I don't know.
yeah, will you divvy it up 50-50?
I imagine you
Probably.
guys will have some leftovers too.
Yeah.
That's
take it
part of
home.
the beauty of going to a place like that. You get too much food, you bring it home, then you have it
Snack.
as a snack later or the next day for lunch.
Yeah, for sure.
Does it keep? Does that kind of food keep? Like if you take it home, will it?
I usually
French fries
eat
don't-
it cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to reheat mozzarella sticks. It's like, this is what it is, you know?
Right.
We're just gonna.
This
we're
is
just
you
gonna
and your
have
roommate
this.
going.
Yes. I think
Tonight.
it's a quesadilla is the other thing on there.
Okay.
Maybe not. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
what it
my
looks
roommate
like.
and I.
Yeah, I'm looking at. There's some celery on there because there's
Balance.
wings. Yeah, balance. Yeah. Well, all of their stuff, it looks like it has like 3 things of celery on it, which will probably be the only thing left on the plate.
No, I like celery.
Is the celery. Celery's good, boy. Negative calories
So
for
we'll
you.
see how it goes.
All right. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
Shoot the shrimp. Now, will you bring up the dish towel thing?
No.
No.
I don't care enough.
Okay.
I'm over
Is it going to be a state of the state? Is it going to be like breaking bread and going, so how do you think it's going so far?
Between us?
Just in general.
I mean, we'll probably talk about comedy and stuff. We don't get to hang out a lot. Like, we hung out yesterday all day, which was nice, and then we're going out tonight. So it sounds crazy, but we're still, like, getting to know each other because we don't spend a lot of time together. It'll be, like, an hour or 2 in the morning before I leave to come in here. And then usually one or both of us has shows, and I'm usually getting home pretty late. So a lot of the time, it's pretty surface level. So, yeah.
Will you hold hands under the table?
Maybe, depending on how saucy they are.
Our saucy hands met
Our
under an
saucy
Applebee's
fingertips.
table in Astoria. Lovely.
Mhm.
I got to take a break. Want those Day to Remember tickets? They are coming through on tour and ready to perform for you. So if you dig a Day to Remember, it's June 14th at Jacobs Pavilion. A couple of tickets on the way there. 35192 on a text for anything you can watch at AlanCoxShow.com.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app. Rover's Morning Glory.
Since he raised 2 teenage daughters, do you think that Gianna will ever call